Place Action Committee. You
Okay.
should have some young ladies in the studio there with you.
No, it got a man and a woman.
Yeah, okay, cool. That
Okay.
works. So anyway, I just, it's a year ago, November 1 last year, um, a group of young ladies, even before then, stepped out and steps up and uh, decided that, we've been putting out this plea for like 15 years now, trying to pass this mantle on to people in our Grove Place community. And, it pretty much fell on deaf ears most of the time. But one of the people that you have in there with you right now, and I know Kai Nielsen is a young man.
Mm-hmm.
Kai has been trying to reach out to see what he could do to help his own community, and even from a political perspective. But the young ladies that are now in charge, a guy in Grove Place named Austin Williams, I'm Alan Williams.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Okay, them young ladies we're all one family, but that's the young ladies from spawn of Austin Williams. So it's such a intense feeling. It's such a overwhelming feeling. To a year ago when they decided, hey, we come in, we're gonna be a part of this. We're gonna take over this Grove Place Action Committee and give it a rebirth. I mean, my family and I, when we got involved, got about 35 or more years ago. Similarly, we saw the organization going down, and we were at their age at that point in time, and a bunch of us stepped up, and we used to call ourselves DFA Massive. Can't say with DFA maybe without the radio. But, we stepped up and over that time did monumental things for our community of Grove Place, which makes us so outstanding. The Mecca of the Virgin Islands. I am always so proud to speak about the Mecca of the Virgin Islands, Grove Place. And just for the record, geographically, we are located in Grove Place. We're in Frederickson. Let's clarify that from now. More importantly, this dynamic group of young ladies and Kai decided to step up. I mean, Neville, I am so proud. I think on Ball Saturday, it's just such a good feeling to see that we're not losing our tradition, we're not losing our culture, we're not losing our history, especially in the Mecca, because these young people are going to take this and run with it and take it to greater levels. I'm so proud of them. My heart is bursting right now. We always live in our community with nothing but negative and negativity. The fact that something as positive as this is happening, you can't ask for more. All that nonsense that I had to suffer through recently, all of that is a wash, because these young people have shown me that they are willing to keep their community alive. So I'm going to yield there and ask them to introduce themselves, and they can tell you some more, and we'll keep the conversation rolling based on your thought process.
Not a problem. So Nielsen, good morning.
Morning to the people. I don't know if the mic down. Good
Okay,
morning, everyone. Morning. I want to first of all thank Mr. Neville James for always giving this platform and an opportunity to our people to get these great events out, and obviously to Raymond Williams, because so much times we talk about wanting the youth to come back, but we need active support, and Raymond Williams have actively supported us. And I'm here with my great VP Jenell, and she in full uniform, looking good. Please say morning to the people, Jenell.
Good morning, everyone.
Name?
Jenell Petersen.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Good. Now, Raymond, for the record, I just wanted to know, since you're getting into location, let the record reflect that the Hamilton Jackson from Christiansted.
East Hill?
Okay.
I'm mad about that. I'm so mad about that.
You don't get an argument that we come from now, because we don't work. I barely go play, but I don't know what
Eastern suburb, right up there, so by where Moravian Church and Anglican Church there. So no, I just have it some funny from St. Croix. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line there. So, Kai, what are we looking at for Friday?
Well, for Saturday,
Saturday
right?
meet,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. Well, listen, we keeping the traditions alive. Jenell and I and the whole squad out there washing meat. Shout out to the Lowett's family for always doing those donations. Shout out to Frankie Johnson for giving the bread. So we keeping the traditions alive. We're gonna be cutting and carving meat. Hopefully Raymond gonna show up there. And I always want to make sure you say some of the names that make this possible, like Sharon Williams, Carol, Machinery, and Debbie. You know, we want to make sure that the individuals are represented because this is 110 years it's been going on in Grove, and we want to make sure that everyone comes and continues to support this event. So we're gonna be starting with a march, right, Jenell? We'll be doing our march, classic
Yes.
march. Who we have bring up the kids then on that day?
We're gonna have Edwin Christopher as the music provider. Also, we're gonna have Sparkle Light Twirlers in the parade as well. We're gonna have some Mokojumbis, and a little more.
What-
So there, I don't want to let out all out the
No,
cat.
you don't have to do that. What time we starting?
Where the march is starting at 12:15.
Okay. And how long you expect that to take place before you head into the actual ceremonies?
We want to reach up there before 1 o'clock to start the program. The program start at 1.
Okay, good. On the program, that's gonna last what 45 minutes, hour, something like that.
About that, roughly about that. Yes.
Okay, good. And then the best part,
Is the entertainment.
yeah.
Then after that,
Eating.
the eating. Then we're
Yeah.
gonna have the serving of the bowl, stuffing, and the bread,
That's what I'm
along with
talking
some
about.
gravy.
So we're gonna talk about the caravan, the music that bringing us up, and none of that. I feel like they should know. And then we have DJ Carl too, right?
Yeah, we also have DJ Carl
I think we got.
with KSS songs. We have We Daya Cultural Dancers. It's gonna be there as well. Rising Stars. So we have good entertainment.
I got a good variety of entertainment.
Yes, we also have a little section for the children. It's called Liberty Land.
That's right.
So
Talk a little bit about that.
it's gonna have bouncies. It's gonna have face painting. It's gonna have a photo frame where they could take picture with they put the face in and they take pictures. It's gonna be consist of D. Hamilton Jackson picture and
Okay.
around the frame. So we got it going.
So this is a one-day carnival taking place.
Yes.
That's a bowl and bread. Liberty Day has evolved into now in Grove.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, Carol said it used to be a 3-day event. You remember that, Neville?
Back in the day, they used to do things, to spread it out. But as time goes on, you got to compact things because you want to get maximum buck for the maximum bang for the buck.
The part of that was because of, the cost, yes, number
Yeah.
one. But like I said, as the years passed on,
But that was also impacted by what day it fall on. You check.
right. The only day that you don't ever celebrate Liberty Day is on a Sunday.
It's Sunday,
Every
yeah.
past
Yeah.
Sunday, the event takes place on the Monday. But one of the interesting things, Neville. So let me give you some history. Way back when we first became part of the organization, people like Pep Ralphie, Ralph Judge, who is Larry Dobby, Judge father, he was the master chef. And as a tradition, we had a man he come from Tatola, but he lived in Frederickson, down by Johnny Evans and them down there. Used to call it Blackie. Used to bake the beef back in the day. And the joke about it is we used to carry, let's say, 400 pounds of beef down to Blackie. And by the time we got to pick it up, I don't do it enough. So, like, less than 200 pounds. Yeah, when you bought up, it's been up great. But, we used to make fun. And one thing about Blackie back in the day, Blackie made the best guava berry rum that I have ever had. Wow. And when Dawoodi, Colleen Centeno, Francis Centeno, and myself were going to pick up that meat, Blackie used to have a demijohn on the table and 3 bottles because, we come in to pick up the meat and we'd sit down there with him and have several shots to celebrate the season. And, back, I would say like 3 years or so after that, my family is well known for culinary arts. And we decided, look, man, there's a big group of we're going to have fun with this. We were able to get Central High School, the cafeteria, the kitchen, at the time. And that's when we started to do the meat on our own. And Pep Ralphie would teach my sister Sharon. It took a while because they never used to go out secrets. and teach her how to make the toddy. Now Sharon is passing that tradition down
That's right.
to Jenell then. So now they now too will have the secret ingredients, know what to do to make this passionate punch. I like to call it.
Hey, put me down in a Raymond. That punch that's strong, Mr. Sharon. Give me some. I said me have another one. I regret that to this day. I think strong, Mr.
Yeah, we're joined by we're joined by another member of the young people who taking over. Good morning.
Good morning.
Get closer to the microphone. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Jaynilah Williams, and I am the current president.
Let's go.
There you go. There you go. Welcome to Analyze This.
Thank you.
You got it.
That's
Austin?
Austin Williams
Yes.
there.
Okay. Hey, I got a joke for you. Jimmy. That's his name, right?
Jimmy, yeah.
When I went to Rancher funeral, that's when I found out that his nickname was Jimmy. I was like, why? I know Austin all these even never know Jimmy. I never know Jimmy. So he look out for me and all that stuff. So we good. Jenell, you
Yeah,
ready?
but yeah, so,
You ready for Saturday, Jenell?
Jaynilah.
Jaynilah, I'm sorry.
Yes,
You ready?
I am.
Talk a little bit about the work you're putting to make this happen.
There were a lot of moving parts, and initially, we were excited. We're still excited, and it was like, okay, we got this. And as the time comes down, there's a don't forget this, don't forget that. So we just have to make sure that we have all the moving parts to make sure that it comes together as a whole and it's successful.
What's the time frame? At what point I to get serious and honest leading up to what gonna be the event on Saturday?
I said the past 2 months, meeting every week, brainstorming, hearing out each other's ideas, and putting it on paper.
And as you get within the 2 or 3 week period, butterflies,
Yes.
right? All that stuff, because the process is one thing, but the actual execution is
Is another. Yes.
yeah. So the last last week and a half been high intensity.
Very high.
Yes. Very.
But we can't stress how much the elders been helping, right?
Yes,
Like if
they're
it weren't
very
for these
helpful.
individuals, man.
Yes.
We send them a message, they give us an answer really quick.
And we know who to reach out to and stuff like that. So
And then the Raymond Williams of the world, they will tell you that they're passing it on to you, but every time you turn around, they're calling you to tell you, what about this, what about that,
Correct.
right?
one thing I could say.
That's human behavior, though.
One thing
Yes.
I could say, Sharon says she's not going to leave us astray.
I'm happy
That's
for
good.
that.
She's going to always be there. If we need help,
Yeah.
we can call her. Also, my loving cousin, Ramon.
No, no, the difference between a bull and bread day in a political year versus a non-political year. This year is a non-political year, so you don't have to worry about people wanting to put up this, put up that, and all that stuff, right?
Correct.
Yes.
This one is just strictly event, and you don't have to worry about the
bombard.
political dynamic.
Yes.
But that also impacts the meat big time, right? Because, I mean, we could go from doing 300 pounds to about 400 pounds in a political year or something like that. And that really matters when you got to carry that meat up Sharon them steps, because that's a lot of heavy weight there to carry up them stairs there, man. Oh, God.
Welcome, Kai. Welcome.
They say we need more men on the board. So anybody that hear the voice are from Grove and want to be part of this, I think our committee is definitely open for that. And then we definitely want to do more than just bull and bread. But we're focusing on bull and bread this year, and we really want to make sure that the transition is smooth. I think we should also speak about the people we're honoring, right? Like Tahima is being honored this year. Tahima's done a great job of being a historian as well. So we have some keynote speakers, and we definitely want people to come out and support for sure.
Correct.
You want to piggyback on that?
Because you need to reach out to Damien Lang. Damien is a great support. He'll be more than willing to help us
Okay.
in preparation of stuff, logistics and stuff like that.
Appreciate you for that.
Who's the honorees this year?
Tahima.
Or are you holding back?
Jenell ain't want to say much, Jay. I ain't gonna like press. Jenell ain't want to say much. Who's the honorees?
Tahima.
Scotty.
Percival Edwards.
Yeah, Scotty.
Okay.
That's his nickname?
He give himself that Tahima name because all of we were growing up, everybody wanted a Rastafari
Oh,
name.
yes, he Rasta name?
Right around Raymond Scotty.
You're
Scotty, just like Daddy Jimmy, he's Scotty.
Wait, I didn't know this.
And we name and Masik is Timmy. All of them got right or wrong, Raymond?
Right.
Correct.
All of them got nickname.
Neville know too much, Ray. Neville know way too much.
Even though I come out as a farm, I know about them better, you know what I mean? So it's good. No, Scotty Edwards.
Yeah, remember Massive when we are growing up? Remember here at Tonka Toy?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where Massive started with the grandfather.
Yeah.
That's where he learned to drive all the heavy equipment.
That's Dwayne Forgus, right? That Dwayne Forgus is the actual name, right? But but his street name is Massic. But within Grove and the family, Timmy, right? So go on there, Massic. Go on there. I know you're listening. Go looking out and all that stuff for young people. We got the Grove Place Action Committee here in the studio. Bowl and bread taking place on Liberty Day, Saturday, November 1st, down in the Mecca, as it is affectionately referred to, Grove Place. Like Glenn Byron said, I come from Grove is Grove. Grove ain't Frederick. Grove ain't not Fredericksted. Grove is Grove. So I want to make that clear. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
Neville, Aston is back. Aston, Jimmy. Yeah, he's my uncle. Jimmy's my uncle. That's my.
And we're back here and analyze this, and we got the new breed of leadership for the Grove Place Action Committee here in the studio. We're going to let everybody once again introduce themselves, starting with Ms. Petersen and working over towards Mr. Nielsen. And we got Raymond Williams on the line join us as well. Ms. Petersen?
Good morning once again. My name is firefighter EMT Jenell Petersen. I'm the vice president for the Grove Place Action Committee.
There you go.
Good morning. My name is Jaynilah Williams. I am the current president for the Grove Place Action Committee.
Yes, and my name is Nielsen. I'm the secretary for the Grove Action Committee. And I think it's important to say our roots, So my people are the Alfredo Andrews and Florence Andrews of Grove. So we're about 6 or 7 generations back. And, it's just amazing to see us all come together as these ancestral families to be leading such a huge and monumental event. And again, thank you for the time, Mr. Neville.
We don't say back, we say deep.
Deep roots.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Good. Austin.
Yes.
I think, like I told you, I sent your father a text. I'm waiting for you to respond. You know what I mean? But one thing I want to say about the families is that good morning, Raymond, once again. Glad to have you on with the young people. Is that for those of you who don't know, you might know of them with the children here today, um, representing the Grove Place Action Committee, but they come from families that invest into our community over the years. For example, Jaynilah, pronounce it correctly?
Yes.
Jenell, her dad was a great athlete back in the day, played one of the great baseball players, but he also used to coach a Biddy League team in the Ronald Charles League this long before you, right? And he used to bring these children up to Canagata Ballpark and Elena Christian Junior High School, and to see how the young people looked up to him and respected him was really heartfelt.
That was Daddy Willie when we were growing up. You know, he was everybody.
Yeah, man.
Coach, man. That's Daddy Willie.
Yeah, he was he's a leader. You know, some people just born with it, and he used to step up in that regard. You know what I mean? So I wanted to give him a shout out this morning. We didn't been on the show. Choco.
Okay.
Choco was on the show because every August he has a sports banquet where he recognizes great athletes and coaches and all that stuff, and those who contribute to sports. So he was on here, and we were talking about Grove in particular. And when you think about Grove, you think about the Grove Place Vikings, right? The Viking, that baseball team, that's a personal thing. Hey, Raymond, you got a lot of men from West used to leave Frederickson to come and play with Grove, right? Used to play with the Vikings, right? Jogies, all of them, you know. Come out the West, yeah. So apparently, I got this story from Risco last year. Risco used to like to come to Grove to walk out with the Ayoto, right?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna play with
Saints. I'm playing with the Saints.
And I had another team. I think I'm with my forget the name now.
The A's for Donald Petersen. Right?
Yeah.
So Risco was telling me this story. He one thing about it, Grove is I like to develop our young people, right? Even athletes, right? Man like Pig Brother and them kind of thing, right? You know Pig Brother?
Yes.
He's a Watts, right?
Georgie.
Correct. So here's the story. Risco walking out Dennis Brow. And Dennis Brown, one of the great athletes in the Virgin Islands. Not just Grove or St. Croix. The Virgin Islands, right? Good two-way player, baseball, basketball. So Risco said, look, man, we ready for you to come join the Saints. So Risco said that when Dennis went and tell Teddy Brown, Saints want me to play with the team, the response was, and you ain't really want to live in my house. Because no Grovian, no young player from Grove going to play with no team outside of Vikings. You know what I mean? That's how close knit are you be down there in the Mecca, Raymond Williams.
Yes, sir. Neville, to that point, I get chastised for a lot of things, but guess what? I always tell people, and I stand by this every day. I am a proud Grovian to my bone. And I tell a brother that now all the time. Yeah, I said, you all talking about Grove. I said, at least I got some place to talk about. You have family, East, West, you ain't even sure what the hell about that. But you got to be proud of who you are. If you don't acknowledge who you are, then you're nobody, you know. And these young people, again, they just got my heart bursting because the fact that they're going to continue our tradition. You know, we got a lot of traditions, we got a lot of history, but our young children have no clue as to what it is. You know, we were talking that I did not digressing, but we're talking about foods, native foods. And we look at Puerto Rican food and Santo Domingan food these days as native food. That's not our native food. Things like mafe. Mafe, right? Two fungi. Things like mafe. Not roast pork.
What about pea soup? Pea soup, you know what?
Sugar without sugar.
Yeah. It don't got a whole heap of different iteration. It don't got a whole heap of different iteration throughout the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But
that's another thing. Calalo is another tradition because everybody making callaloo
Yeah.
without and the
Yeah.
callaloo got pork and sardines in there.
Real kalaloo. No. Seafood kalaloo, right? Ain't really kalaloo, you know. It's just a seafood soup. You know what I mean?
It's a seafood too, yeah. Neville, you familiar with canned pork? You know canned pork?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, man. By the way.
My godfather taught me how to do that about 20 years ago. I haven't done it in a very long time because it's a very tedious process. But, my thing is trying to teach other young people how to do these things. In the whole Byron family, cooking has always been a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Right now in our entire family, several, like my brother Wayne, my cousin Carol and Joyce, them are the callaloo masters now. I handle the mafia and the campo, Sharon, she'll do everything else. So, you're passing these things on, trying to pass it on to my children and these young people. I'm going to bring them over and teach them how to do campo. They might not eat meat, but they will learn how to do these things because it's important that we keep our traditions alive.
I got a suggestion for Ayo. Grove Place, young people. People might be coming to Grove for the bowl and bread, but the actual ballpark is named after Isaac Boynes. You know what I'm saying? So if you could incorporate something there, you don't necessarily have to be in the program. It could be somebody who could speak a little bit about it, so that those who are there might be there for the first time. They could be a little educated with respect to the importance of why the facility is named after Isaac Boynes. Okay? Just little things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because when we were growing up, everything was, we got in D.C. Canigata, Parley Joseph for Terrence Martin down in the West. Of course, we got Valmy Thomas now, which is for the Sabah field. And in Grove, Isaac Boynes. You know what I'm saying? So just incorporate that as well. And don't forget Grove, right? Grove is Grove. But Grove got an extended area there as well, Raymond Williams. Where, you got the Totola part, you got Upper Love to the east, right? Lorraine Village.
Lorraine is Grove.
Mutual Homes is Grove.
What you mean?
I mean, I really got us. Even though Grove is Grove, right? There's still a suburban feel with them little tongue area there and river, right? Where your mother come from, right?
Exactly.
That's your mother come from, right? That's what Glenberry tell me. I come from river. Okay, good. So we go with that. Miss
something else, Neville?
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't come to mind, guys. It might be too late for this year, but we need to talk to Dowdy about building the Paras, because the Paras is one of those. The Paras is like a thing made with wood, a frame of a porcelain, and stand it up with a piece timber. And Dowdy tell you that Jeff back in the day used to build the Paras right behind the center, and it used to be a game where you try 3 sticks at it, and if you lick it down, you get a prize. But it's an art to it. The next thing we need to do, talking about culture, going back to building kite building, where you use sugar cane and thread and newspaper to build a kite team with that old cloth to make the tail. So those are some of the things that we gotta talk about. We gotta start bringing those things back.
Wow.
Into our community.
You got we reminiscing this, man. I mean, look, don't fool nobody. Me and you old, no. You know what I mean? Me and you don't try to run from the fact that me and you touch up 60 recently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we good with that. Mr. Nielsen, who else is a part of the Grove Place Action Committee? I know the 3 hours are the titular heads and the leaders and all that stuff. But who else is a part of the Grove Place Action Committee?
Yeah, no problem. We got Janice Roberts. Shout out to her. I feel like she's our conscious. She keeps us really in tune. We have Nisa Bailey. I think we call her our historian. And then we have all the Williams sisters. So I'm going to hand it over to Jaynilah so she can run through all her sisters that day and that for sure.
So we have Jenell Williams, and she's our treasurer. We have Janisha Williams, and she's one of our directors. We also have Miss Deja, and she is our public relations, and Jessica Holiday, who is our parliamentary.
That's right. And she's been handling the vendor relationship.
Yes.
And thank you to all the vendors who have signed up on time, paid their fees, their participation fees. It's amazing to see how many vendors actually want to come out and showcase their talents and their goods. So thank you so much, Ms. Holiday, for taking a charge on that. And thank you all the vendors for participating.
Miss EMT, Who responsible for security?
Um, Security right now, we have VIPD.
Mm-hmm. I know how to pull up all them barriers and all that stuff there. You're gonna drive in
Through there,
vehicles
yes.
through there and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's a very important thing, a very important component of an event, the magnitude of Bull and Bread as well. Um, so what's going on with the Group Place Action Committee? It can't just be Bull and Bread. I got to be looking at other little things
Well,
to keep the committee active throughout the year, right?
That's right.
we want to
Yes.
try and do like some fish fries,
Mm-hmm.
little events to
For
take
the
place
children.
for the children as well.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them occupied.
Well, there's a couple things there. We have the I Am David Hamilton, right? I think that's a event or a series led by the Department of Education where the kids actually get to do some research on David Hamilton Jackson, and then based on that research, they write poetry or essays about him. Hopefully, we get to showcase some of that, and we have some pageant guests that I think will be talking about that a little bit. But I really want to highlight the Unity Games, which was supposed to be held in the Isaac Bonds ballpark, and we did it in honor of Wolf's son. I don't know if you know Wolf, Neville. You know Wolf?
Wolf.
There's only
Isaac
one
James.
Wolf.
Iva James.
Yeah,
Iva
man, I
James.
know Wolf.
Yeah, man. So his son was horribly gunned down, and he was an amazing talent, another great super athlete out of Grove Place, and this made me think of doing an event in his honor where all the elementary schools would come together and compete on one day, which was supposed to be the Liberty Day.
Right.
So I think that's another one that we're really going to try to uplift maybe in December with the help of the Grove Action Committee. So there's a lot of things on the docket that we're going to be working on. And again, we just really want to execute this one really, really well. Make Raymond, make Sharon, everybody proud that they handed it off to a good set of, you calling us children, but we old too. They my 30s, you know, Neville. I want to be respected. And I got my gray hair too, you know, Raymond, you know? So, but I don't mind. But, you know, we want to make y'all proud, and we want to make the community proud, and we want to make them know that Grove is a place that they can come, bring their children. Liberty Lawn going to be beautiful. We'll have all kind of toys out there. Shout out to Deja. Brooks James, I think she is now. An amazing pillar of our community coming up. So yeah, the future is bright, and we definitely want to use this to showcase that.
Yeah, Neville, he just mentioned two names. Deja got roots in Grove as well. That's
Yes,
Betty
she
Lynch,
does.
granddaughter.
Okay.
Okay, and there with the Tartwars and West Girl. These people got roots, strong roots in Grove.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke about
West Girl is a clock.
Huh?
West Girl is a clock.
Is that group? I don't know. Is that one?
Yeah, no. West Girl were here in the studio. I mean, she and Kai have hosted the show while I've been gone. You know. We've had guest hosts. You know what I mean, so she was here, and they had some kind of food competition down in West.
Yes.
West
The
Girl.
Tartwars.
Eh?
Tartwars.
It's a tart. Is a tart thing, right?
Yeah.
The Tartwars, yeah.
Yeah, Tartwars. Okay, good.
He
Yeah.
mentioned the oratorical and the competition. I am the Hamilton Jackson. That's Marjorie Brown daughter,
Shalana Brown. Yeah, man. Yeah.
She's the one who's been doing great work with us behind the scenes. So let me tell you, we can go on and on, but it just tells me that I can eventually retire comfortably, knowing that the torch has been passed on. I hear how enthusiastic these young people are. You know, that's how we were 30 years ago. So I'm just, again, can't stop telling you guys how proud I am.
Thank you so much.
I can't believe I just read it. I got one of my listeners from out of St. John. You know Eddie Bruce. Remember your former commissioner of finance? Her father. Miss Bruce?
Oh, Bosere, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I know it.
Her father, right? So he's a history man. So he just texted me. He said the Boyne's surname. He said Lito Valls directed Sam Boynes from Chicago first to St. Croix, right? Boynes then to Haiti, where he eventually went to France, where he was led to Boynesville, where a Boynes family member has been a mayor, and they got Boynes over there for over 200 years. That's the kind of people movement and history we got here in the Caribbean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Boynes ain't limited to St. Croix now, you know. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing. Hey, your father text me, man. He So my baby Nyla.
That I am. That I am.
You're the youngest, right? I remember you. Yeah.
So my baby Nyla, man. You know what I mean? So that's good. That's good. So are you ready for Saturday?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
I'll catch up. Well, the best day for that event is probably a Saturday.
I imagine so.
You know what I'm saying? Probably Saturday. I have been there. The very first time I ran for Senate in 2004, November 1st fell on the Monday. And then the election was on the Tuesday. So it was like a long weekend, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause both of the days are local holidays, you know what I'm saying? So, and that was, sentimental for me. But and that was a non-gubernatorial election cycle. Jeez. During the gubernatorial cycle, when people come in and vote from St. Thomas and that kind of thing, and people campaigning in mass, you know what I'm saying? It's really a beautiful thing. What we're going to do is take a break, come up, wrap up this conversation with the new iteration of leadership for the Grove Place Action Committee. Jenell,
Yes.
Petersen, Jaynilah Williams, and Kai Nielsen from Outer Grove.
It's real.
Let it be known, right there from Grove. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here and analyze this. We got the Liberty Day festivities, Bowl and Bread, as it is affectionately known, taking place this Saturday, November the 1st, 2025, down at the Isaac Boynes ballpark in Estate Grove Place. By the way, the Boynes name is also big in St. John. The ferry them and so.
Okay.
They go to that. I'm pulling up something here. Raymond, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I think you were on with me one time, or somebody was on, and we had pulled up some of the history for Isaac Boynes, the labor leader from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to find the article. I got something here downloaded now on the Virgin Islands Daily News when they had the centennial celebration in 2017. So I'm waiting for it to come up so I could reference it. Talk a little bit about logistics, things that we put in place for the event. Coming up in another 4 days. You were mentioning earlier or during the break?
I was mentioning community service for the school children, volunteer, they could come out and get some hours for school.
Okay, so that's available for them,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And that's good. Miss Williams, you want to say something?
Just piggybacking off of what Jenell said, we're offering community service hours so students can partake in the parade as well as the program. And we have Liberty Land, which has a lot of educational activities for the small children. And our high school students can partake and be a volunteer to assist in executing those activities.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Nielsen?
Yeah, man. No, I think that come out, enjoy your culture, enjoy the food, but also celebrate the man that created like, the first public printing newspaper, the Herald, right? Celebrate the civil rights activists that made sure that after the transition from Denmark to the U.S., that U.S. citizenship was on the table for the people of the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Because we were without citizenship for 10 years.
You see.
Between 1917 and 1927.
Wow, and he was fighting for that right off. I think he was one of the big proponents to bringing that forward. And he went to Denmark. Like, you have to think about that too. Like, he grew up under what they did to our queens after Firebun. He grew up knowing that story, and he still went to Denmark and fought for to repeal certain acts that gave us these liberties that we now take for granted. So come out and celebrate that individual too, and hopefully that individual lives in all of us. 'Cause I think we're still fighting for our rights right now, ain't that right, Neville? So
Always.
you know what I mean? So for me, it's like being part of the Grove Action Committee and being able to carry this torch means a lot. I want to support these young ladies and play the back, but sometimes you got to come out forward. You know, that's what Janice tell me. Stop ducking, guys. So shout out to Janice Roberts again. But I'm here, and I want for us to really come out as a community, support what we're doing, and hopefully we can see this grow even more in the future.
Now, Raymond, as a staunch Grovian, what about the Grove Place Action Committee relationship to Eulalie Rivera School, which is a footprint, a staple in that footprint that is that Midwestern area of St. Croix?
Yeah, so one of the things I remember us doing a long time ago, we used to have Miss Grove Place, and that contestant would come out of a pageant that we would host in Grove School. And that was one thing we used to, way back in the day, when Tahima and those guys used to have sugar cane back, and I think Tahima is still doing some stuff in the school with agriculture. But, we used to try to teach the children how to harvest sugar cane, how to go and pick mango. Just the things that we're known for. You talk about athletes, I forget to mention a name, but no, my name, Baby Bull.
She just educate me about it.
She there right there.
Yes. She just let me know the she come from. You know what I mean?
You spend all day talking about history.
Yeah.
Rich ocean history. But the another thing for Grove that's so significant. So all the areas, river, you talking about Totola, Anguilla, all those places back at Grove. Rich in
the crusher. The crusher. Remember at a party we used to relate to it because of Sparta and the crusher back there. You know what I mean? So all of that there. And don't forget to know when summertime come, we get Annalie. You know what I'm saying? And we driving through Grove to get to Annalie because we're going to look for mango. Get the sweetest mango and in the Virgin Islands. I can get forward this morning. Even I know St. Croix for sure, but I willing to say in the Virgin Islands. You used to come out to Annalie down there. You know what I mean? So that's a nostalgic experience that all of us, our little children, when we went to Boy Scout or whatever, we get Annalie to look for mango. Come summertime, cause something about the mango them down there, you know what I mean, in that part of the island was special. The reason why I brought up Eulalie Rivera School though, is because we got at one point we had 10 elementary schools on St. Croix, Raymond, Kai, Jaynilah, and Jenell, right? And 4 of them were what we would call like foundation institutions, right? We had in Christiansted what is now the Juanita Guardian School. That used to be the Christiansted Grammar School, and at one point the Christiansted High School and all that stuff.
That's right.
The second one was Charles H. That one is no more. That's there in the Ario Diaz area, right? The third one is the Eulalie Rivera School, right? It used to got a school in a Diamond School, you know.
That's right.
You know where West
Yeah,
Airport
West
Road.
Airport
Yeah.
Road.
West Airport Road. That building that you see there, that was actually Diamond School back in the day. And then the other
So my
one was,
mother,
yeah, everybody from the Bethlehem, that whole area. That's another extension of Grove to the Bethlehem area,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
then the
very
other
well.
one is Claro Marco,
Yes.
right? So it's actually 5 when you include Diamond, but the 4 that I know of, growing up. So that's why you gotta. That's the reason why I asked that question, because we got to protect those institutions, because so many of our great Virgin Islanders, great Crucians, came out of these 4 foundation schools that I was talking about. So I believe it, and given that Yulia Rivera is literally in Grove Place,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
That's why they're in Estate
Grove
Grove.
School.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
Grove School.
That's the reason why I asked that. And that area that population, Raymond, exploded because Evelyn Williams ain't far from Yulia Rivera, but you had so many people living in that Paradise area.
Right,
The
Wrong.
population development took place so rapidly between the 60s and the 80s that it required Evelyn Williams being constructed down there in the Paradise area, which is right across the road now.
Yes.
When you think about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's one of my pet peeves that, I mean, we move forward, but, renaming the school, I mean, we consolidating schools and stuff like that, and checking the name of Evelyn Williams after school and now relocating a school out at West into Paradise area and naming it Arthur Richards. I mean, Arthur Richards is an outstanding leader. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I have this respect for one of his grandsons, and I went to St. Patrick's School together. We're still friends 5 years later. But I still think that school should have remained Evelyn Williams, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but,
So Raymond-
things happen.
What was that called? Angie Tolan had called in one day, and she had texted me to ask a question of the Department of Education, and they've committed to naming certain aspects of the school after those names that will no longer be on a school, but they're gonna be certain areas that they're gonna recognize them as well, so that we don't forget our history. So that's a good thing.
If I'm not mistaken, Raymond, correct me. I think Grove Place Action Committee had a troop as well with parade.
Yep. God, you're going deep now. Really, really very deep in the history. Now I feel it. Yeah, we GPAC massive. We played mass. The first year we played mass, it was people like my aunt Floribel, Rita Judge, Jenell Mora, Carolyn, my sister them, my brother them, Tahima, Dingo Brow, a bunch of we played mass. We played a regal mass where we demonstrated going on Christians. That's when the civils have parading Christians.
Yeah.
Like culture, not culture there, but like the Jandam and thing like that. That was the first year. The next year we played in West. We played a Zulu mass.
Yes, I remember that.
Dawoodi, Clement, Samuel, Melinda Williams, Sue Allen, Uniform, my cousin Joyce. We went west and tear it up.
Yeah.
Then we decided to expand. We went to Miami. We went to Atlanta. I remember we were going down Peachtree Street, and this white woman and a little child on the side watching me, and she hold the little girl and tell her, "Don't look at them. Don't look at them. They're nasty."
Nasty. Yikes.
we used to, you know, Misha Hatma, DJ Hatma, we get Hatma.
Oh yeah.
Our DJ.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Hatma went crazy up there, totally crazy. Yep. Henry and Ali. There's just a whole lot that we can talk about in terms of history, our rich history and our culture.
Yeah.
Correct.
I said, Tommy just text me and tell me they can help them.
Oh, sweet.
Sweet.
Cheese on bread.
They said the sweetest can help them, you know what I mean? Well, of course, you know that it got about 4 different names for that. They call it Guinep. Some people call it Guinep, and I get it. So they text me and say sweetest Guinep. I use a Guinep. That's the reason why.
For
I said
sure.
Guinep.
But never before we
When
go
last
to
you eat a blue ribbon cane, Neville?
What part what?
a blue ribbon.
A blue ribbon cane, sugar cane.
Oh God! Look at me eating a breakfast this morning, you know. So take it easy, okay?
We
Take it.
still got that.
But when I make them down there for Saturday, you can't take one, you know. You know what I mean? you go take more than one. You check what I'm saying, because it'll be so sweet. You know what I'm saying? So give me the details again. Saturday, what time?
So Saturday, Our parade starts promptly at 12:30. The program starts at 1. And then after the program, we have entertainment and activities for our children, for the adults to enjoy.
Parking. Talk about that. 'Cause people got to navigate the parking. You're coming up there by Lorraine Village, and you pass the fire station. You got barren land on the right hand side still.
Yes.
Okay, so there's
So
parking
there's
will be available there.
There's parking in an area just between the two parks, the Hamilton Jackson Park as well as the Isaac Boyings Park.
Correct.
There's parking area there. And then once anywhere basically that the road is open, you're able to park on the side.
Hey, Jimmy, if you're listening, your daughter don't speak like she's a college professor, man. She got good lingo this morning, man. I like it that, you know what I mean? So good. Are you feeling ready?
Yeah. I wanted to jump back in on that Grove School question because there's so many great things happening and we don't say it enough. At the Grove School is the first ever farm pod, which is a $144,000 investment that was made by district for our children to bring STEM agri-science into the classroom. In that container that's there, there's over 10 acres of farmland that could be grown inside of a container. So I think Grove School is still very much trying to be at the cutting edge. And we're there to help. So shout out to Taj James, shout out to Joe Mills, Miss Joanne Lewis, and now Miss Bloodman for making that happen, and we thank you for that. So yeah, I feeling good for Saturday,
Yes.
man. I want to be there for Liberty Land. I'm so excited to see the kids come. I bring in my own kids' toys out there, so please bring the families out. We want it to be family oriented, and we really want to start our tenure as the Grove Action Committee on a high note and see where we go. So I definitely, again, I'm really looking forward to this weekend.
Jenell, you ready?
Yes, I am. So as I'm going to piggyback with everyone, we're excited. It was very exhausting, but we got through it by the good grace of God and everyone who helped us. So we're looking for everyone to come out, enjoy with the first passing of the torch. So, yeah, everyone come on out, enjoy the entertainments and also the program.
Madam President, put a bow tie on this conversation this morning.
All right. So I would like to thank you for having us here this morning. Once again, come out to the D. Hamilton Jackson Liberty Day celebration November 1st. It's taking place on Saturday. The parade starts promptly at 12:30 and the program follows at 1 p.m.
Raymond, you gonna feel good about this group of young people you got that you're handing the torch over to, man.
I'm sitting here. I can't stop repeating myself. Just bursting with my heart is just so full. You know that this is a reality. You know, this is a reality, and I just hope that they're gonna keep the faith like we did, because this year, like I said, Neville gonna be nice, but next year it's gonna be
oh gosh, that 2 month thing they better start it 3 or 4 months. Yeah, that one ain't gonna work with that 2 months thing for down there.
We're ready for that.
I want to thank all of you. I'm proud of all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another, by the way, memory. Things that come back to me. Another area that we didn't mention, which is an extension, Caledonia.
Yes.
Right?
Caledonia.
That's another extension of that massive area, you know, in the Midwestern part. St. George's, you know what I'm saying? All of that there, right? That ain't far. That Grove extended area. And, you know, I got a hell of a task, because Liberty Day, I'm telling you, that bowl and bread. That's real culture.
Yes.
No, seriously, this ain't not Johnny come lately thing. This is real culture, going back over 100 a century thing now, ain't no decades. You know what I'm saying? And the name that we recognize, you know, who stood up, you know, and pretty much saying, you know, we're not gonna be working for this pittance that I want to believe that I could take advantage of the local people that may got told that this is a radio station, so I can't really use the term I want to use. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we ain't taking it no more. And there's something about standing up for what you believe in.
Yes.
And D. Hamilton Jackson and the
that.
people in Grove have decided, you know, that this is going to be a lasting legacy.
That's real.
Right? That exists here in the Virgin Islands, specifically, specifically in the Grove Place area. And as Glenn Byron said, right? Grove ain't Frederick Step. Grove ain't Christian Step.
Grove
Grove
is
is
Grove.
Grove.
The Mecca.
The
real,
Mecca, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
real.
Hey, Raymond, thanks for calling. Go looking out for the children them. And I want to thank Jenell Petersen, Jaynilah Williams, and Kai Nielsen, all of them out of Grove for joining me this morning. Good luck on Saturday. Have fun. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Be good. Be safe. Talk to you tomorrow. We're going to be talking with Vitima tomorrow morning. Talk to you then. Thank you.
The views and opinions expressed on Analyze This are entirely those of the on-air participants and do not reflect those of the station's board, management, staff, or underwriters.